Hey, I'm Punt. I'm a 1 KD player on Rebirth Island, and my PR is 18.
You don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape.
I'm that boy. I am a 1.6 KD player with a 2.2 KD weekly.
皆は僕をダメなやつと思う。鏡を見つめる僕を見避けているけど中には大きな力希望がある。 Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face?
Hey, so I'm Twisted. I'm at a 2.1 KD right now.
In my eyes, I've got a look you can't escape. You can't escape.
Okay, where we drop? This is the way. Unless you want to guys go someplace else.
I'm cool with
No,
this is cool.
I think it's good to land the same spot because you learn that spot, you learn rotations out of that spot.
I concur. That's a great point. That's a very great point. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we've played with Tater. I've played with you, Punt. Played with that boy.
Most of the time we
Obviously, you and me and Tater know this area very well because we landed here exclusively the first day. So you guys should be able to loot up and get load out quickly, ideally.
Yeah, landing in, I think it's a big look for loadout. Try to get as much money as you possibly can to get loadout early, and then you can start to rotate in and get kills.
Yeah, so I mean, he's already shot one person up top. So he knows that there's a team up in Keep,
I'm gonna have Ali put you in timeout.
which they pinged it. That ping is good. That will. They just removed it. That ping was good though, right? Because that's a way to memorize information and keep a reminder that there's a team up there.
Right, and the chances of the team pushing away is low, so they're most likely going to be there for a while. If they can get a quick loadout here, they should have loadout guns by the time that team's in shambles trying to buy loadout.
Right, and keep in mind that team is going to be rotating to buy loadout, probably the same buy as them, unless they decide to go first. But realistically, that team,
fix that one up.
their closest buy is the buy that they're on.
I'm gonna use this condom so nobody
Yeah.
else does.
Oh, over here.
Okay, so that team does end up pushing down.
So the team will end up pushing them. I think at this point that team grabbed enough for loadout, and they're on the way here to grab loadout.
Nice
Right.
shots.
This is really good shots. I want to pay attention to these pings because one of these guys pushes him, and I think it's the guy below. It might be the guy up.
you saw rotate.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
the guy
he just
below.
rotated down below.
So he's going to rotate up and end up shooting Tater on the back. And that's probably a little bit of map knowledge, right? Because I don't know that Tater fully realizes that he can push up right there, but there is a set of stairs right there.
Get loadout.
And I would push that guy hard, 100%.
Can like they're watching this now.
Tater, there's footsteps here.
I know, he just landed in.
Knowing that he just landed in, he probably only has a pistol. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have probably went in for the push
And again,
straight away.
right there, he can take up good positioning right there on this guy and take him. And again, I would have, yeah, okay, he does push it. Again, I broke that guy. I'm pushing that, 100%.
Yeah.
Get that free down and then go push his teammate.
Buy station.
Because that guy's probably not going to shoot you back. He just landed back in.
They pushed back.
And now he grabbed a gun, so he was able to shoot him.
He grabbed a
He
gun.
waited too long.
He grabbed a gun and got good positioning. By the way, great movement right here.
Push it behind, push it behind, push it behind.
Yeah.
Fantastic movement.
And great use of cover.
So there's that one dot directly behind them.
Was
Out
that
in that little field.
was that above? I couldn't tell.
It was actually on their level. So that guy, I would have
Oh.
immediately gone and pushed. Like that guy's now shooting at punt.
Yep. He did reposition and get out of that guy's way, which is good.
The little fucking. There you go. Thank you.
That's a good save right there.
Yeah. Guy flying back in.
Something else, wait.
Two guys flying back in.
It's the same guy.
Oh no, my money disappeared. It was still here.
Wait.
Unintentionally, they're kind of farming this team.
Yep.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
And like we said, he's on good pace right here. First circle's just starting to
Yeah.
close. 4 kills. If he can grab 2 more, that's 20 bomb pace.
Yeah.
You know, we had 20 grand here. We really needed to focus on getting loadout and not everybody that's going around.
Yeah. And I would be careful about challenging those guys at Winery. I know they're far out, but you are standing out in the middle of an open field.
Yeah.
If they start to shoot you, you don't have much room to run.
Right there. Right there. You got the monies.
Punt, you want to drop money?
Also,
Think we have
if you're not very comfortable with the ground loot gun that you have, and you know you're not gonna probably get the down, I don't see why you should shoot.
Yeah, trigger discipline on ground loot is extremely important.
Yep.
Um,
Now, again, this is where I would like.
especially when you're trying to. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You're talking about trigger discipline. Finish that thought because I have
Okay,
a while to say this.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to maintain and get loadout, and you're not comfortable with that gun. Unless you're gonna get the down, like Boy was saying, don't even pull the trigger unless you know you're gonna kill him.
Yep. And so that goes on to what he's doing right here. Right. He's looking for an angle on these guys. But realistically, with the Automaton's TTK, you're not downing somebody and getting that thirst from this range. It's just not going to happen. Unless they're standing perfectly still. You know what I mean? Like, realistically, not going to happen.
Yeah.
So this is where I would like to see him start rotating up to Grotto. And he actually does do this for a second, but you guys end up going down. I would love to see him take that heading on that wall. That pinches that team and prevents them from killing you guys at the end of the day.
Right.
And it's a relatively safe position for him. He can push back. He can, he can finesse a little bit.
So speaking of
Yeah.
pushing back, I think while it is good to get your teammates back, I don't think he necessarily has to push back this far. He could still be in a relatively challenged position.
Yep.
I mean, obviously he's getting shot at now, but I don't think he necessarily had to push all the way back into this building.
It's all good.
He could have probably just rotated to Grotto and he would have been fine.
My whole goal
Yeah, and then you get a defensible position against them. And like I said, that's where you start picking off people that are, fighting already, right? And third-partying teams, and that's where you start to pick up a little bit more kills. In Grotto is because you're able to pick off from a distance. You can be, 50 meters, 60 meters away from them and still be picking people off without putting yourself in a whole lot of risk, right? The biggest risk there is that someone's pushing you, which then you just adapt to that situation and finesse.
And I think a big thing is like 3 minutes ago they popped a UAV, and the one person they decided to push was a dot at Winery. That's fine to pick up the kill if you're gonna be fast and efficient about doing so. But majority of the players on that UAV, they were at Grotto.
Yep.
So if the Winery team isn't working out and you're just getting farmed by them or they're just camping in a corner, I don't see a reason not to go push Grotto
Oh, here it is.
or
Yeah.
go take an angle on Grotto.
Couldn't find his stairs.
Yep. This is a
Yeah,
great angle they have right here on Grotto.
I love this spot for Grotto. And since we're kind of in a little dull spot here, I can add to what you were saying. I saw the ping. I saw it was a free kill. I rotated, and I got followed little ducklings there, and we all died. And luckily, Tater played his life and lived, so we could all come back. So I mean, that's a good for him.
Yeah,
But
and
you should have definitely rotated towards Grotto, towards the other pings to be more aggressive.
I completely agree. Playing your life is hugely important. Something I'm working on in my gameplay right now because I'm way too aggressive and I end up dying way too often. That's what loses me a lot of high kill games, right? But what I found is playing your life does not have to mean completely backing out of a situation so much as rotating
100%.
rotating to a more advantageous position is a great way to play your life because you're staying in the action. You're staying able to get kills, able to continue to farm teams.
So right here, we're kind of just idle. What are we waiting for in this situation? What are we looking for? Is the better question.
Especially when if you're listening right now, you hear shots and you see the ping over there by the blue ping where they've been marked. They're there,
Damn it.
and I would like to see us as a team here split and put a pinch on whoever's shooting over there and third party the situation.
Yep. You know what's a great pinch? Go to a little bit more to your right here, down towards graveyard, right? You're still in this area. You're still relatively close to each other, but now they can't take cover behind that rock that they're shooting at right now. And then you can just clean this team up, right? Leave one for farming purposes, and you're catching the guys that are rotating in from town. You're catching the people. So basically, you're holding this entire side of the map, and you're picking off easy kills. And you end up doing that punt.
Sorry, bud. I didn't
Kind of figuring that out in this gameplay.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I'm still learning how to use this different.
I like that
The
he's.
Rebirth is about to be disabled here in 20 seconds. Once Rebirth gets disabled, that kind of kills the lobby, because the chance of someone buying back is much lower. They're not going to respawn. I think that it's really good to play more over aggressive before Rebirth disables, rather than trying to pick up kills late game.
Yep.
Now,
I mean, he winds up picking 5 more kills up here before this game's over. So,
right.
That initial pacing he had at the beginning of the first circle when we're trying to get loadout, he should have kept through the most of the game. And he's like you guys said, easily could have been 15.
Right. I do think that we need to start focusing that team in tower because they're behind us. Yes, this team here sucks. He does get a nice kill there. Yes, this team sucks, but that team on tower can be detrimental, especially the position he's taking, because it's very easy to rotate up to this building on his right, and then you're in a really crappy spot of getting pinched. So I think you kind of have to just focus at one guy, 2 guys that are in tower, and stop that pinch immediately.
Yep. And Tater needs to be really careful too here.
When he got that kill out in the street, there were 2 more people running and rotating from the street. Those could have easily been free kills had he just shot at them.
Right.
But he was too focused on the guy flying in behind him towards tower, which that guy has spawn protection. He's probably not getting the down, especially with an automaton.
Right. He can get plates here. He just needs to go to where that guy that he killed flying in is at. There should be at least one plate on his body.
Buy station plates.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, now I got a cluster.
And buy his teammate back.
Tater, let me see your money.
They have enough to do both.
Yeah, like I think that's what Punt's gonna go do here in a second.
Oh, they're watching.
Yep, see the guy in tower still giving him issues.
Wait, what?
I'm not worried about their shots.
And like right now, the guy in tower, he's distracted by Punt. This is a good time to start beaming him.
There's 2 of them
Yep.
up there.
Which is exactly what he tried to do. Sadly, they're
Either
playing
hard
it somewhat
push-
smart.
Either hard push that or rotate a little earlier to get that angle while they're trying to kill me at the buy station.
Yep.
So now they've got zone on these guys. So here I just play high ground. High ground and cover. That's all you need to play.
Wow,
We
these
gotta hold them
guys-
coming off that tower.
Absolutely.
There you go.
I don't think they're gonna jump though. I think they'll work down.
Like this
Even-
spot isn't bad, but it's a little more exposed than I would like.
Yeah.
The walkway.
I see they coming.
And he's in a bad spot because he already doesn't have plates.
Their footsteps right here. They're pushing though.
Yep.
Yep.
Now we're in a really bad spot. Neither of us have plates.
There is the buy behind Punt, which I think he should have hit for plates.
Yeah.
Although it's out in the open, they are clustering it. I really don't think the tower guys are gonna peek.
Pushing me. Stairs. I couldn't. Nice shots.
Like there's a satchel.
That was good.
That's
Good
great.
reaction time there. Nice snap.
I need those plates, but I need them real bad. I know.
I
I'm
don't have any
dropping.
plates.
They're jumping on top.
We're so concerned about plates.
Ah. Hear me.
All right. A little bit of panic sets in here.
Yep.
I think just take a breath. Everybody needed to relax a second, reset, and
So they are.
think
on
about
top.
end game here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're in a safe spot, right? These guys are going to play roof, yeah. But who cares? They can't really shoot you as long as you're in the right spot, right? So get to a spot where they can't shoot you, and then hold it down until you can rotate to a better positioning. Ooh, good shots. Yep,
Here
yep.
there's 2 people right in front of him. I don't think that the whole repositioning here is completely necessary. I think
Hard
he
push
could
that
have
guy.
easily just re-chowed the guy. He was fully
Yep.
plated. He didn't take any damage.
Yep, 100%.
Still good play. I would have liked to see some anticipation through that opening, though.
Yeah, like a slide through with, ADSing it already. 100%. Especially since you know that guy has nowhere else to run.
Yep.
And I
He
also don't
had
think
no
he
idea
needed
where
to
Tater was at.
burn gas mask either. Like he could have easily saved his gas
He's
mask.
up on top this walkway here.
He's right here, right here.
It's kind of unfortunate,
Holy
honestly.
shit, I didn't die that whole game.
Yeah, he just he missed a couple of shots there.
Yeah, he didn't know where he was, but the guy knew where he was.
Nice game, guys.
Yeah, I think overall good. I think we just need to focus on getting a little bit more in the action, not necessarily taking a unsafe position, right? But taking a more upfront position where you actually have the ability to down people in that mid game, and then if you get a few knocks, then you push in. I think that's still playing it smart. It's just not playing it dumb or playing it too far safe where you can't get any kills.
Right. I think he was acting more of like a respawn beacon rather than going out there and getting kills. When he was already on a good pace, so his other teammates should have been the respawn beacon, and he should be out there getting kills.
Yep. I mean, I totally agree. We all need support players, but if you're trying to push and get yourself in more engagements, you need to do so, and then just let your teammates know that's what I'm trying to do. This might not have been the right gameplay for that, but I think overall, I think Tater needs to work on anticipation and centering around corners. Just really focus on clearing corners, doors, and corners a little bit more, and that'll get him some more kills.
Yeah.
Also need to not fully back away from a fight when he barely takes any damage or he's really still in a good position to re-challenge.
And it comes down to confidence too, right? Like you break somebody, chase that a little bit, right? Don't chase it so far that you put yourself in a dumb spot, but go ahead and ego that a little bit and try to get that knock. If you know somebody doesn't have a gun, ego that. That's a smart fight to take. So be confident in the skill because he does have good movement. He does have good aim. He just needs to work, like you said, on the centering a little bit.
Right, and just to be clear, when I say centering, I don't mean having your crosshairs in the middle of the screen. It's centering where in anticipation where people are going to be at.
Right.
I think that'll help a lot. But I think for me overall, I think it's still great gameplay. Got the win. Carried his team a little bit by staying alive.
Yep.
And sometimes it sucks playing with a bunch of idiots.
I think it's a great gameplay. Great job of staying alive for the win, keeping your teammates, like being the respawn beacon for your teammates. But I think he just needs to take that next step and start putting himself in more engagements, and he'll just start seeing that he's gonna get more kills. Even if he dies, it doesn't matter. He's still doing better, getting more kills.
Yeah.
He's
I
still
mean,
coming back. Respawn's still enabled. He'll be fine.
yeah, play in the action. Don't play completely removed from the action. Overall.
Yep. 100% agree.
Yeah.
Great game, Tater.
Great game, Tater.